Hello. Oh my God. I need a moment. Hello, America. It is me, yet again, Christina. I'm back, and I'm black. Still. Actually, my parents, once again, are Jamaican, and I'm kind of like caramel mocha, but, you know, semantics. So I'm sure many of you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, but I have recently delivered our daughter, Ryan, Adebisi Aldrin. She is about 3.5 weeks. No, forget it. I'm not going to try it because I still have mommy brain. It was a whirlwind, and I'm here to tell you my perspective, because there's many different There's many different perspectives of this story, but you are going to get mine. You're lucky. Sit down, grab some popcorn, and eat it. You're welcome. Okay, we are starting on October 6th. Okay, so by this day, Ryan is already 40 weeks and 1 day. So I wanted to do everything as natural as possible because this is my first pregnancy. Women have been giving birth since the dawn of time, and with all the modern medicine, with like the epidurals and like painkillers and then the C-sections and all that stuff, I wanted to see how far I could push myself. So I told everyone I wanted to do as natural as possible because of me and Joshua's lifestyle. I wanted to make sure that she is still here so he can have some time with her. So beginning of this day, we started off with a football game. It was so close. We actually were not winning until the other team just failed their punt. He missed, thankfully, and then we kind of just won by default. But still, yeah, we won. It still counts. That's always a good time because Joshua, he enjoys winning, but he hates losing more than he loves winning. So I was happy about that because he was not going to the hospital with me, a grumpy goober. So that happened. Everyone was happy. We talked after, you know how people do after a game. They're just excited. They're just happy. We just go straight to the hospital. At this time, when we get to the hospital room, the doctor checks and I'm 2 centimeters dilated. And that made me so mad because I'm dilating so slowly and I'm like super anxious, but I feel nothing. Like I don't feel any contractions. I don't feel any like aggressive moving. And if anything, I would do something, I might lay down or sit down. And then when I get up, I would just literally feel her head like just drop into my uterus. So that was always a weird feeling, but I never had any other pain. She puts a stimulant, to kind of just get everything moving so my cervix can dilate. Anyway, so yeah, so we kind of just like start hanging out. Josh returns on the game. I'm just sitting there like twiddling my fingers, being super anxious, but like low-key I am praying because I'm like, I don't know what to expect. I want to do all of this natural. Okay, well, it's not so natural since I just induced this little sweet girl. I wake up from my nap. Joshua has been sleeping like the grizzly bear that he is for a good couple of hours. So I wake up with this pain that feels like cramps. Guys, you will not understand what this feels like unless you're a female and you have a uterus. Kind of cancels out, guys. So there's that. Because I've had cramps before, it felt familiar. So that's why in my head I'm like, okay, this is bearable because I'm familiar with this. But I did not have the typical like stomach contraction cramps or whatever feeling that I was supposed to feel. So I was so confused. I'm like, is it not starting yet? Within like 2 minutes after me waking up, it like spiked up and I was like, what is happening? It was not a fun time, I will tell you that, and it definitely was not. I definitely would do it again, obviously. Like, hopefully we're almost there. We're ready to push her out because this kind of hurts. So I called the doctor. She came in. So the anesthesiologist gets there within like 10 minutes, but it feels like forever. And I keep looking at the door like, where is this lady at? I will kill everyone in this hospital. But she needed to get there quick. So she sets everything up. She puts in the epidural. I lay down. With each contraction, it kind of just gets easier and easier, but it doesn't completely go away. So Dr. Knapp checks me to see how far I'm dilated as well. She says, yes, it's 5 to 6 centimeters dilated. And then she checks to see how far the baby is. And it was already a struggle enough trying to check the dilation. everything was kind of just still deep in there. And she's like, this isn't really normal for her to be still so far back in the canal, basically. She was like, okay, go ahead and push. Let's see if we can get her at least closer to the exit. So I pushed. Because of the epidural, thankfully, there was no pain, just pressure. So she looks at everything and she's like, okay, we're gonna try this again. She changes some things. She asks for the other nurse to kind of get something started for her. I don't remember a lot of the terms. I hardly remembered a lot of what she said or what was going on because it was such a blur. So she has me push one more time, and then all of a sudden she spouts out all of these orders. She's like, we have to do an emergency C-section now. And then she's like, get this, get that, get this, get that. And then people are like rushing around, and like, mind you, this is 3 a.m. in the morning. So a ton of people come into the room that I did not even realize were here at this godforsaken hour in the morning. And they elevated my bed to where my head was lower than my legs. They gave me a shot to stop my contractions and all this other stuff, and things were happening so fast. And I'm like kind of smiling right now, but I was looking at Joshua the whole time, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what is happening? This has been a healthy pregnancy so far. I don't understand what is happening. And I don't know if I was scared to death, but I felt so calm. But I was just looking at Joshua because I'm like, I'm sure he is flipping out. After that, I'm like wheeled out of the room. All I hear is my mother-in-law saying, you're gonna be fine, you're gonna be fine, you're gonna be fine. Like, that's the only voice that I hear. Like, all the other noise kind of just like blurred out, even though it's still there, still prevalent. Like, I can hear it, but like that's the only thing I heard. And I was like staring at Joshua the whole time. And then I was out, and then next thing I knew, I was in an elevator that was broken. Like, she kept pushing the buttons and it wasn't working. And in my head I was thinking, am I going to, this is not funny at all, but I'm like, am I going to die here in this elevator that is not working? My bed is elevated. All this stuff is happening. What is going on? Come to find out that little sweet Rhiannon's head was too large for my uterus. And every time that I pushed, her heartbeat dropped rapidly, and that was not okay. Finally, I got to the next level, and they brought me to the operating room where they did the C-section. The shot that they gave me to numb my contractions made me shiver so hard, and the only thing that I was thinking during all of that was, I feel so bad because I'm shivering and they're trying to work right now. And I kept saying, I'm like, I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry that I keep shivering. They're like, you are fine, you are doing exactly what you're supposed to do. On a happy note, I saw Joshua come in. He was all in like scrubs and everything, and he was able to sit with me and throughout all the procedure. And apparently it took them 30 minutes just to get the procedure done, to get the little baby out. And then the moment they said, Dad, stand up, Joshua like hesitated for a second, and even in the midst of that, while we were kind of like waiting, he was kind of like in a daze. I was telling him, make me laugh, do something. I just don't want to go to sleep. I don't want to fall asleep. What if something happens? I didn't say that part. I'm not going to freak anyone out further. But he was just like telling me, it just didn't make sense. It was kind of just coming out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Joshua, like my Joshua, poor thing. I didn't even know what was going on in his head, but I'm sure it wasn't easy for him. They said, Dad, stand up. Hesitates. He gets up, and then like he is dead still, and then I hear the little baby cries, and I'm like I'm like so happy, but I'm not crying. Why? I don't know. So the next nurse takes her over, and they start cleaning her, and Joshua, like, his eyes does not leave this little girl. Follows her over to the bed, where once again he stands like a freaking statue. I've never seen him stand so still. I'm just like staring at her. And then they finish everything with me, and they're like closing it up. And even though she's out and she's fine and she's healthy, I'm still kind of worried. I'm like, okay, well, now it's back to me. She's healthy, she's fine, she has her dad. What if everything does not get completed with me? What if something goes wrong? Because everything has been kind of wacky from after that. The baby was wheeled out. Joshua follows them, and I keep telling him, like, Joshua, stay with her, just stay with her, make sure you do skin to skin. And they left the room, and then I was just like left there on the table, and like, if I do not make it through, like, she's set because he is there, and he will be a great father. So it's not gonna be easy without me. Why I'm thinking these things, I don't know, but like, he will be great at it. So like, they're set. So if this is the time, Lord, like, I'm ready. It is crazy why I was thinking that, and I had so much peace too, thinking that at the same. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. So needless to say, after all of that, I'm fine. The little girl is fine. She is healthy as an ox. Apparently, she's a little fighter, and a little super as well. She hardly cries unless it's for what she needs. Like, she's not too colicky at all. She's literally like a little angel. So I'm like, I don't know how she came for me. My C-section, there was, I think it was because of the epidural or what, like, there was no pain at all. I came from it, and I was trying to do my best to stay awake. I was conversating with everyone, trying to make everyone laugh. Why? I don't know. Because I just did not want to go to sleep. I just wanted to make sure. But they're like, you can sleep right now. You can go ahead. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like closing my eyes, and I'm still like talking to them while I'm sleeping. Or while my eyes are closed. But yeah.